Okay. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our live call today, the first live Sacred Planet call in quite some time. And so today we are going to dive into revelations and miracles as I share with you 3 keys to thriving in these really extraordinary times of revelations and miracles. So do go ahead and put your name and location in the chat if you haven't already. Welcome, Adrian in Ireland. Welcome, Nancy in Minnesota. Welcome, Kim. Welcome, Ashley. Welcome, Rosie in Salisbury, UK. Sarah, hi. Thank you, Sarah. Wonderful to have you here. So glad you could join today. Ashley is in Charlottesville. Wonderful. I am in Asheville, North Carolina today, so not too far from Charlottesville. Welcome, Mel from the UK. Hi, Erhard in Denmark. So glad to have you here. Welcome, Sylvia. Welcome, Banaz in SoCal. Welcome, Katie in Washington. Enos in Jamaica. Oh, amazing. Wonderful. You're in Jamaica. Thanks for calling in from that wonderful, amazing place. Welcome, Michelle in upstate New York. Welcome, Kristen in Wisconsin. Janine in Wisconsin. Sharon in Wilson, North Carolina, Cherokee lands. Yay. Beautiful. Jocelyn in Cape Town. Welcome, Paula in Scotland. Anna in San Francisco Bay Area. Anna in California. Sage in Otter Lake. Julian in Switzerland. Welcome. Glad to have you here, Julian. Welcome, Marianne. Julia, Heidi. I'm going to go a little faster now. Deanne. Marie Therese. Hi. Welcome, Judy, Carrie, Marina, Deborah, Sarah, Tanya, Isha, Karen. Wow, so many people. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being on here today. And I am just really thrilled to gather with you today. I'm thrilled to be able to gather with you today because I've been on a deep, deep health journey. I'll tell you just a little bit about that so you can have an idea of what's been going on. And I'm finally emerging from that now and able to come back and be with you all in this Sacred Planet community that I love so much. So I am just thrilled beyond all measure to be back with you all. So welcome everybody all around the world, and welcome those who will be watching this later as a recording. So glad to have you here from all around the globe as well. Welcome. Well, let me share my screen. We'll dive right in here as we look at revelations and miracles. And I will just tell you, I am hoping to be able to move outside pretty soon. I was going to be outside the whole time and they started mowing right as I was getting started. So to have a better quality recording here, we're gonna start out inside. So let me put this on 111% because that's always the best way. There we go. So 3 keys to thriving in the realm of revelations and miracles. Now, this is going to be a really fun transmission of the things I've been receiving as I've been on my health journey, and that I'm sure are very aligned with what all of you amazing visionary people out there are experiencing too, because this is what is happening for all of us in the collective and in our individual lives. And it is extremely powerful. It is extremely difficult and even really scary at times. And yet here we are navigating it. We are navigating the initiations. We are navigating the alchemy of these times. And that's one of the things I'm going to speak about today. Now, as we drop into this space together, do allow yourself to be fully present. So go ahead and light a candle or burn sage, whatever is most meaningful to you. And just really make sure that if possible, you won't be distracted, you won't be disrupted. And allow yourself to enter a times outside of time, because we're going to be exploring revelations and miracles today, you know, so this is outside of time and space. And this is beyond what we normally perceive to be possible. And just really allow yourself to enter into a deeper state of knowing. And as you're listening to my words here, and as you're seeing what others will share in the chat, you know, really think about how does this inform your own journey, because we are all interwoven in this amazing magical web of life and the sacred architecture of the universe together. And we are all on the journey together, and one person's journey can inform another's, and one person's insights can bring revelations to another. So really tune in and see how all this relates to exactly what you are going through right now. It is all so important for us to be able to grow and expand, even when it's difficult, even when it's really hard, to be able to see the bigger picture and the magic that is truly happening and coming through all of this. So what is the realm of revelations and miracles? What do I mean by this? Because I know that what many of you are going through is very hard and very challenging right now. So what we are experiencing at this time is connected to having the darkest shadows and challenges come up for us so that they can be seen and released, so that they can fall away, or in some cases, so that we can befriend them, okay? In some cases, the darkest shadows and challenges need to come up because our power, our greatest power, our greatest magic lies beneath them. So in some cases, we've got to befriend these shadows and challenges, right? This will be a little bit individual to every person, but these things are coming up for us right now. And we all know, we're all feeling this. All of you out there, I know you're empaths and intuitives like me. We're feeling that there is great fear and sadness in the world at this time. It's very real. It's very visceral. It's very hard to take a lot of the time. And yet somehow at the same time, the most magnificent miracles and transmissions from the other realms and revelations and higher frequency energies and light are breaking through and streaming in like never before. I'm sure you've all heard that the solar flare activity, the activity of the sun, is at higher levels than we've seen in any recent times. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's new solar flares every day. And so there is immense light streaming into us. These are upgrades from the cosmos. These are upgrades from the universal intelligence coming in to support us, but it's also difficult on the body, and it's causing health challenges, and it's causing it to be difficult for us to do our normal day-to-day activities in some cases because of these upgrades coming in. And I've talked to so many people who are having extreme challenges in their lives, like losing really close people or going through a very profound illness or many different things, pieces of their lives falling apart. And at the same time, they're getting these miraculous insights about what reality really is. They're having breakthroughs about their own power and how they're meant to bring their voice to the world. So it's like the darkest dark and the lightest light are at their most intense, and they are interwoven with one another and all part of our experience at this time. So this is no mistake. We are meant to be unearthing all the parts of ourselves and our world that we never dared to look at before, or in some cases that we never even knew were there below the surface. And definitely go ahead and put in the chat if you're going through this and it's real, right? It's really visceral and real. Please share in the chat if you're feeling this right now. It's so strong. Now, we are meant to work with these aspects, these shadow aspects. We're meant to heal them and release them or become friends with them, as I was saying before. Often these shadow aspects hold the keys to our deepest power. And that is really what's at the core of what's happening right now. We are coming into completely new levels of power and freedom and ability to create new realities in our lives. And we are being handed the sacred instructions, each and every one of us in an individual way, for how we are meant to live the fullest life. How to break free from the insanity our world has been living in for so long, how to connect with the other dimensions and open up to the magic that has always been our birthright and that is breaking back through right now. So everything is feeling really wobbly and shaky right now because our old foundations, our patterns, our routines, our belief systems, even our homes, our families, in some cases, everything that we thought was so stable and secure is shifting and changing right now. And this is because our old foundations and patterns were largely built on and based on the noise from the external world, from what modern society says is appropriate or professional or allowed, right? Or from what other people said we had to be, or what we thought we should do. And all of those old patterns and foundations that are based on those external influences, those false influences coming in, those old foundations and patterns are false. They are illusions. And so all of these changes are clearing new space now so that we can build entirely new, much stronger foundations that are based on the truth we know in our hearts and on a strong, reliable connection with our higher self and with the divine intelligence and sacred instructions from the universe. And this is a whole new world. This is a radical new reality we are entering into as all of these old pieces, structures, patterns, parts of our lives fall away. Just out of nowhere. In some cases, things are falling away. In other cases, it's something that you've known for a long time, you needed to let go of. And it's just finally, it's leaving now, or it's already gone. And so when we clear space in that kind of radical initiatory way, we open up very quickly to these truths we know in our heart, to the changes we've known for 20 years we need to make, or the change we've known for 5 minutes we need to make, but we realize it's time to make it right now, right? And this is how we enter into the realm of revelations and miracles. And the realm of revelations and miracles is our birthright, because this is how the universe actually works. And those of you who've attended courses with me, I have a previous course about this, right? That was called Miracles, Synchronicity, and Power. And it was that miracles, synchronicity, power, revelations. This is how the universe actually works. This is our birthright, to be in constant communication with the divine, to be receiving miracles and synchronicities at every turn to guide us. This is how we're meant to live. This is our constant guidance and higher connection system. Even when we're going through really challenging experiences, and especially when we're going through really challenging life experiences, we have got to have this guidance. Otherwise, how else can we make it through? So we had forgotten this for a long, long time, that this is how the universe actually works. But more and more of us, I know all of you on the call now and watching this as a recording later, are remembering about revelations and miracles. This is what's real. This crazy modern world and the constructs that humans have built, and the politics and the medical establishments, that stuff it's not real. Okay, and it's falling away. What is real is our connection to the divine intelligence, our connection to the sacred architecture, our connection from one heart to another among the human beings and among all the life forms. And so now more and more of us are remembering this and are opening our hearts to the vast communications from all of the life forms and all of the intelligence around us. And so how do we receive these revelations and miracles? How do we receive them? Well, they come through in our meditations. They come through in our dreams. They come through in messages from the birds and the animals, the way the sunlight shines through the trees at a certain very magical moment, the voice of our higher self speaking to us at a critical, pivotal time in our lives. They come through us as well during life circumstances that bring us to our knees. But those very same circumstances also open up new portals of light and life and possibilities, right? And these revelations and miracles also come through connections with other people who bring us awareness, who tap us into possibilities or paths that we never knew were there. So I invite you to take just a moment now to write down or write in the chat a couple of ways that revelations and miracles have shown up in your life lately. And I will say, as you're going through these initiations of this time, it is important to write down the miracles. It's proof of magic. When we write down the miracles, when we write down the things that we never saw coming and the magic just showed up, or a synchronicity came in to guide us, or this person just showed up that was like an angel to help guide us through a certain situation. This is proof of magic, and it helps our logical thinking minds to navigate all the vastness of what's happening when we have written down this proof of magic. Now, while you're writing, I'm going to move outside because I think they stopped mowing. So we'll just do this all at once. So go ahead and write in the chat or take notes in your own journal. And we will move on outside here. And go ahead and write, how are these revelations and miracles already showing up for you? Now, I am at my dear friend Taria Ward's house in Asheville. And this is my station at her house, is her front porch. It is one of the most beautiful, magical places. The animals just come talk to us all the time here. It's so amazing. Okay, so let me see a little bit of what you have all written. Let's see. Janine says, people are showing up to take my project to the next step. Yes, wonderful. Karen, herbs start growing in my garden when I ask for them. Oh, that is so beautiful. Judy, new opportunity to work with amazing psychedelic team. Yes, amazing. Ashley, so much manifestation and synchronicity. Hardest times, but I am trusting for the first time ever. Oh, that is magic in and of itself, Ashley, the trust coming in. Claudia, through my art. Yay, amazing. Beautiful. Marie-Therese, being guided to watch you tonight after so many months away. Thank you for being here. Marie-Therese. Let's see. Deanne says, daily threads of synchronicities, messages from many kinds of beings, increasingly powerful dreams. Michelle, I just saw a couple license plates that I know were messages for me. Marianne, amazing synchronicities of things I need coming to me. Leanne, I am learning to communicate with plants and trees and making medicine with friends with their gifts. Wow. Julian, the universe activated my healing hands within the last 3 weeks, and I can feel all the prana flow. Humans, planets, plants, water, and crystals. Oh, amazing. First used healing hands on a patient with incurable asthma, and he's doing great and enjoying life again. That's incredible. Michelle, one license plate telling me to keep practicing my magic and another saying I'm a magic worker. This is so fantastic. Thank you for sharing these. This is what is happening right now. I mean, literally, we are living in the realm of revelations and miracles. And so that's what I want to talk to you about today is, how do we thrive in this space? How do we thrive? And again, I want to acknowledge that some people are not having these seemingly breakthrough miracle things happening. Some people are still in the midst of really darkness or really, really difficult things. And I just invite you to be in trust and be in surrender with that. That is how I have been for the last about 10 weeks or so. Increasingly getting better to get to this point now, but I just want to acknowledge that. And that is part of the magic too, even when it really doesn't feel like it. And I just so deeply honor each and every one of you where you are on your journey right now in this incredibly wild time. So I want to share with you a little bit about me for those who don't know me already, who might be watching this and learning about my work for the first time. So my name is Jocelyn Starfeather. I am a visibility and thought leadership coach for visionary entrepreneurs. I'm also a spiritual alchemist, astrologer, and the founder of Sacred Planet. And I share shamanic and ancient wisdom to guide courageous seekers in co-creating a revolutionary new world in alignment with Mother Earth and the vast intelligence of the cosmos. And I have spent a lot of time in Egypt over the past couple of years. I have been studying ancient civilizations and indigenous and shamanic wisdom intensively for the last, let's see, over 12 years now, in a very deep and intensive way. And so I am here to guide visionary entrepreneurs and revolutionaries and change makers all around the world, people just like you listening, to break free from everything that has held them back so they can joyfully offer their highest contribution to our collective future. And I have my website link here and my YouTube channel link here if you want to look up more about me. Now, I do want to share with you a little bit about the last few months, really most of the summer. My life has been turned upside down once again. Now, this is interesting. Astrologically, this happened to me exactly 12 years ago with the birth of my first daughter when I was working in corporate. And as I was holding her, I looked down at her and I realized in an instant that everything in my life had to change, that my work, my marriage, my way of being in the world, my belief systems, everything, suddenly I knew it all had to crumble. And I'm at another point like that, 12 years later. So this is a Jupiter cycle. Jupiter comes to the same place around the zodiac every 12 years. So interestingly, one Jupiter cycle later, everything's getting turned upside down once again. And I am becoming somebody very different than I was before. Now, what happened is that starting at the beginning of July, I became very ill with the virus that starts with a C that we all know about. And I was really quite taken aback by how hard this hit me. Now, what I didn't factor in when it all started is that I've had Lyme in my system from tick bites. And I had mold in the previous house that I just sold. And I think those factors together, combined with me, I had been going through some difficult things and some real exhaustion already. I think my system was so weakened when I got sick that, like, biologically, it was very challenging. It was very challenging from the beginning. And I got better. And then I had a relapse back into the sickness. Now, of course, there's the biological reasons why these things happen. And there's also the energetic and spiritual reasons why these things happen. And what I realized as I was going through this very intense, my body was just going through all of it in a very intense way. It was very scary at times. There were 3 or 4 weeks there where I could barely even stand long enough to heat a bowl of soup. My body was so weak and I was so easily fatigued. There were 4 or 5 weeks where I could not even really be with my children very much because I couldn't take care of them. I could just visit with them for short periods of time. And I was really scared for a while about whether I would get back to being able to do the things I love to do. I was very, very scared. It was really quite a dark night of the soul. And thankfully now I am emerging from this. I still have lasting symptoms. I still have fatigue. I still have migraines that strike really, really intensely at times and other things, but I don't want to dwell on that. What I want to say is that there are so many of us who are going through these dark nights of the soul at this time. And, again, there's a biological or physical or 3D reason why these things happen. And then there is an energetic and a spiritual reason. And they are both deeply intertwined with one another. And in this case, what this health experience and experience of not being able to do really anything for quite a long period of time did for me was it made me slow down. As you all know, prior to that, I had been doing quite a lot, taking on quite a lot. It made me slow down and reconsider everything in my life. And I am realizing that there are some big changes I need to make. Many of you know that I've been wanting to move to Asheville for a long time, but trying to stay in Maryland because my kids are there and trying to work that out. And this has been one of the ultimatums from the universe. I absolutely must get to Asheville. This is a place that heals me. This is a place that where I can fully express who I truly am. And in Maryland, for various reasons, that just hasn't been possible. So I've got to move. I know I need to change my business significantly. I don't know yet what that looks like, but don't worry. It will still be Sacred Planet and we will all be still gathering from around the world. I just know that things are going to shift and big up levels and new revelations are coming in about what is meant to come next for Sacred Planet. And I need to take care of my health in a very different way going forward and be much more aware of my energy that I'm expending. This has been quite an education for me about energetics and how do we use our energy and how much energy does each thing take. I never knew how much energy it took to heat up a bowl of soup. Oh my goodness. It's actually quite a lot. And to have a webinar like this, it's a lot of energy. So bear with me, all of you, as I'm even now just beginning to verbalize these things and make sense of what's going on. And again, coming back to all of you, I am just deeply honoring all of you who are on these profound initiatory journeys as well. Again, it's real, it's visceral. We are being changed. I've talked to so many people who are, going through things like this where we are being shown what absolutely cannot work anymore. And we're getting these ultimatums from the universe. You cannot continue on that path. You cannot continue. Raise your hand or type yes in the chat if you're seeing that in some way in your life. You're just not allowed to continue in this way. And we've got to find a new path. We've got to find a new way. And we may not have any idea what that is yet, but it's okay. And the revelations and the miracles are here to guide us. And so, as I said, my dedication to the mission of Sacred Planet is staying strong no matter what else changes. And I'm going to be continuing to guide people like all of you amazing visionary beings on this call to break free from everything that holds you back. The universe is really helping us with that right now, and guide you to live in true and deep alignment with your soul. Because really what we are meant to do here is we are all rebuilding our lives. And as each of us individually rebuild our lives, rebuild our identities and our perceptions of who we are and what we're capable of, that builds the new world around us, right? It's very interesting because for a long time, we've been doing the inner work and the healing work. And it's like suddenly we are being thrust into this situation of doing still the inner healing work, but that is really rippling out in very real ways and is building and constructing new realities around us, new ways of living our lives, new patterns, new routines, new family structures, new locations, new businesses, coming out of all of it. In many cases, it's just really incredible. It is building the new world, what's happening to us and through us at this time. And so we are going to be building a new future together, right? All of us together, in which we are honoring life. We are honoring the next 7 generations in all that we do. And I have built my life and career from the ground up, starting those 12 years ago when everything changed. And I've been through many profound and intense initiations. And I've learned so much about what it takes to build a life that is truly aligned with your soul and your purpose. And one big point from this is that every purpose-driven journey is also a spiritual initiation. When we step onto that path of purpose, as you all know who are listening, it must become a spiritual journey as well, because we absolutely must explore the depths of who we are in order to bring our voice and mission out to the world. So I know all of you are on these profound journeys as well, and I honor you so much. And even though we're going through tough times, know that you are not alone. You are absolutely not alone in this. We're all in this together. We are all being initiated. We are all opening to our greatest power and magic together. Let me just take a glimpse in the chat. Oh yes, crow magic. There are so many crows here. They are watching over the world here, and they are, I just feel that they are helping to hold the realms together. They are very magical beings, these crows. Okay, so let's dive into this part of the call today. 3 keys to thriving in the realm of revelations and miracles. And so the question here is, how do we thrive through all this? Okay, so we can recognize we're in the realm of revelations and miracles. Sometimes it's not so easy in that place. Sometimes it's complete magic, but how do we thrive here? How do we keep things stable enough? How do we wrap our hearts and our minds around what's really going on? So let's dive in. So first of all, we want to really acknowledge and honor that we are truly, truly living in times of alchemy and initiation. And I think we all know what initiation is. Sandra Ingerman has a wonderful quote about initiation. She says, if you thought you were going to survive it, it wouldn't be an initiation. That's a very good way of explaining initiation. But what is alchemy? Alchemy is one of these very complex topics that is difficult to define. So here's my attempt. Here is my my view on what alchemy is. So alchemy is ultimately about collapsing the polarities within and around us. It's about finding the meeting point or the harmonizing and balancing point between, for example, light and dark, okay, or light and shadow, between love and fear, the harmonizing and balancing point between matter and spirit. Because when we find that center point, when we find that balance, we become free. Then we are no longer swinging between the two polarities, light, shadow, light, shadow. Instead, we are able to truly integrate both sides of those opposites and find ourselves at peace. I'm going to turn off my video for a little bit here. And that is the place from which true and lasting transformation can occur. When we find that balance, when we find that center point. Now, what we're seeing in the world right now is that things are becoming so incredibly polarized. So we have war, we have political divisiveness, to say the least. We have extremes of viewpoints on how to handle the different crises that are occurring. Even the weather, all right, even the patterns of Mother Earth are at extremes. All of these polarities are showing up so strongly in order for us to see, acknowledge, and work with them. And this is extremely difficult to do. Alchemy is not easy. Transformation is not easy, and initiations are not easy. And that is what we're in right now. Okay, so this is the real work that we're doing. This is a true initiatory process that we are going through. Now, another definition of alchemy you might have heard is that alchemy is when we transmute lead into gold, or transmuting the denser, heavier aspects of ourselves into lighter and higher consciousness forms. And this is true, okay? This is the journey of alchemy, but it's a bit more complex than just that. So in practical terms, what this lead into gold statement means is that we are merging the denseness of challenging experiences, or, you know, old emotional patterns, limiting beliefs, addictions, fears, illness, whatever it might be, with the high consciousness of our most transcendent experiences, right? So those magical moments, integrating those in with the challenging moments, integrating all of it into a life that is whole and joyful and rich with the fullest human experience. We cannot just always try to be in the light all the time. It will not work. If anybody's promising you that, it's a lie. Because we are human. We are meant to experience the full emotional spectrum. We are meant to experience the fullest life and the entire realm of possibilities in this human experience. So we're not meant to run away from darkness, shadow, heaviness, fear, or these 3D challenges that we're coming upon now. We're meant to learn from them, to integrate them, to allow them to initiate us into our fullest power and self-expression. The shadow is not the enemy. The shadow is something to work with and learn from, and again, often befriend it. Okay, so then when we allow these challenging experiences to initiate us into our fullest power and self-expression, this means that all of those opposites can coexist within us harmoniously, and we are able to face the dark, and we are able to fully revel in the light. Now, this is a paradox. Go to the next slide here. This is a paradox, this idea of balancing the polarities, the idea that both dark and light can exist within us harmoniously, that both fear and love can exist within us harmoniously. And in the modern world, we've been taught to run away from paradoxes. We've been taught even sometimes that paradox is not possible. We've been trained to reject paradox. And we've been very deeply trained that things have to be one way or the other. Okay, and this is how we've tried to stay comfortable and safe in the modern world. An example of this is in ancient times. So think of hunter-gatherers 40,000 years ago, living in the wild forests of Europe, okay? They knew, on the one hand, that the wild animals in the forest could kill them at any time. But they knew, on the other hand, that the wild animals of the forest were bringing them oracular messages, or were meant to be utilized as food and give them their life force, or in some cases could be befriended and become pets or become companions in some way. Now, this is a paradox. And so that these creatures can both harm us and also provide the things we need most. And the ancient and indigenous people could handle that, right? They could incorporate that into their worldview. But as we became more, I'll put quotes up here, civilized, what happened is we started to create these civilizations where we blocked out those wild animals. We blocked out the natural world, and it's gone to extremes now. If you look at our cities, there's, very little in a city that is natural. And in some ways we feel safe like that, right? There's no wolves or bears. They can't hurt us. We're safe here. But really what this has done is this is denying the wildness of the forest that is naturally living within us at all times. And it is denying the reality of death that ultimately is intricately intertwined with our experience of life. So we've tried to stay comfortable and safe in the modern world by denying paradox. But this, again, is an illusion. And so we've created political parties. We've separated ourselves from nature. We have a medical establishment that's completely separate from holistic health practices. There are just endless examples of this. But the universe actually works in alignment with paradox, where there is both light and shadow. Okay, there is both spirit and matter. There is both fear and love, and they coexist, and they are meant to. And all of these aspects of life and existence have value and meaning. Even the difficult aspects are powerful and important. So it's really important to know this as we're going through these extreme challenges, personally and collectively. The shadow is coming up now because it wants to be integrated. It wants to be worked with. We have denied and pushed it away for too long. And so we are being asked now to stretch our percent, and the crow is chiming in. We are being asked now to stretch our perceptions of reality to allow paradox into our awareness. And this is really, truly a key part of the alchemy that we need to do right now, a key part of accessing the much vaster potentials and inner power that's becoming available to us now. So something also that's really important to note here, all right, is that in alchemy, in transformation, and in paradox, the challenge is always the portal to the breakthrough. And so this is why in our own lives, that which we fear the most is actually pointing us toward our highest purpose, joy, and self-expression. And so we must go toward that which is challenging and difficult. We must go toward our fears. And lately, life, the universe, has been giving us situations where we're forced to go toward our greatest fears. That's certainly what happened to me with this health journey, right? Forced to go toward our greatest fears, where we are forced to let go of the things that we thought we needed. We were forced to let go of the things that we've been clinging to the most. And so in that way, we're getting a lot of help right now. It's not always the fun kind of help we wanted, but we need to trust, we need to surrender into it when those situations are happening, and always look for the deeper messages being communicated to us through the events occurring within and around us. And this is the true alchemy, to go toward the fear, to see through the challenges and recognize that this darkness is actually bringing you into your deepest power. This is our heroic human task at this time. And so once again, I'll say this many times, I deeply honor each and every one of you for the role you are playing in your own life, going through this initiation, because it is fueling, it is facilitating the massive global transformation and raising of consciousness and building of the new world that is happening around us. And together we're building the new world, and we're bringing as much courage and joy to it as we possibly can, right? And we can trust and surrender together and allow this new radiant future to be birthed through us one day at a time. Okay, so that's the first way to really, again, we want to really wrap our hearts and our minds around how do we thrive in the realm of revelations and miracles. So accepting alchemy and paradox and initiation is a key and critical part of this. We must open our hearts to it. We must surrender into it, even when it's really, really hard. We're all getting a lot of practice with that right now. Now, the next key to thriving in this realm is to take action, okay, or make a clear commitment or a decision that will move you toward your freedom. So again, things are being revealed to us right now about aspects of our lives that cannot go on the way they've been. So this may be a pattern, an addiction, a relationship, a home, a health, something related to your health that absolutely must change. Whatever it is for you, you know, you will know what it is. And maybe you've already taken this action. Okay, if you have, that's wonderful. Maybe it's something related to purpose where you have got to bring your voice and your mission out to the world in a new way, and you just haven't been able to do that yet. Whatever it is, whatever the universe, let me start again with this, whatever you know in your heart that the universe is calling you to do next, really commit to that now. Whatever it is that the universe is prompting you toward that is going to move you toward your freedom, make a commitment to it. Choose one key action or commit to a decision that will allow you to really seize that opportunity, because we're at a pivotal change point in the world. And this is a gift from the cosmos because space is being opened up to create significantly new levels of freedom in our lives. And manifestation, as a result, is happening now more quickly than ever. So when you put your heart and your mind toward a goal, it can become your reality in a very rapid way, much more rapid even than just 3 months ago, extremely more rapid than a year ago. Does anybody here on the call have an example of this? I would love to hear. I would love to know, what are your rapid things coming into reality experiences? I would just love to hear. Go ahead and check on the chat here. Oh, Deborah, let me see your share here. Your journey parallels my own. I've been hit very hard, ill with the sea. Still in the midst of it. Yes. Wow. Oh, my heart goes out to you, Deborah. I am right here with you. And you're being called to leave the city, move to the West Coast. Wow. Yes, miracles are inherent. Absolutely. Thank you for your comment, Deborah. Yes, my heart is with yours. Carrie says, I feel a blessed equinox for us all coming up. Yes, yes. Blessings in love, balance, wellness, and wholeness. There's been so much witnessing, holding, and healing worldwide. The paradox, how true. Yes. Beautiful. Thank you, Carrie. Ashley, left my husband in an abusive marriage and the exact house I needed, manifested for free in the exact day I needed it. Oh, that's so beautiful, Ashley. Wow. And my heart goes out to you. That is such a big change in your life, and how amazing that your house came through. Teresa said, got a job that I needed to prove income, and then I manifested my house and bought it all within 2 weeks. Amazing. Claudia, within 3 months, moved from Ontario to New Brunswick. Got a book out called The Rainbow Heart. Wow. Claudia, if there's a link to your book, put it in the chat. We would love to learn more about it. That is beautiful. Janine, many of my freedom choices are against the consensus state, which is perfect because it shows I am moving closer and closer into my unique individuated state. Yes, yes, yes. Lauren, struggling to deal with my brother's suicide at the moment. Oh, Lauren, my heart goes out to you, my dear. I'm so sorry that you're going through this. Being mindful of depression states that I'm not able to cope with. Yes, Lauren, I hope that you can find the support that you need, because we definitely don't want to be completely on our own navigating things like this. So whether it's a therapist or a shaman or a friend or a family member, I hope you can find someone to help you move through this. This is really intense, Lauren, and I'm just sending you so much love, and it will get better. It will get better. Linda is saying, can manifest little things easily. Wanted a certain type of salad dressing that I didn't have. Something told me to manifest it, and there it was. Yes, that's great. Even with these little silly things, right? It does, it matters. It matters. Yeah, lots of love to you, Lauren. And Claudia put her title of her book there, and I guess it's on Amazon Canada. Okay, it's a children's book for hearts of all ages, The Rainbow Heart. Wow, thank you all for sharing from your hearts. These are really powerful shares. Thank you all so much. And I am just sending love and blessings to you all wherever you are. And again, some of these I know are so challenging what you're going through. Now, we do need to take action in order to truly change our lives. And again, this will be very individual for each of you, right? And maybe if that is finding a therapist or finding a shaman, okay, maybe it's starting a new business, maybe it's starting a new health routine in some way, maybe it's ending a relationship, right? Whatever it might be, we are in this intense process of learning very rapidly from our life experiences right now. And then we get to make the changes accordingly. So I ask all of you, and I invite you to, if you don't know right away, bring this into your dream time, bring this into your meditations, bring this into your journaling. What is the invitation from the universe specifically for you at this time? And know that your higher self and your heart already know the answer, but it's just a matter of surrendering into it enough, right, to be able to see it. And if you do know what is the invitation from the universe for you at this time, write it in the chat. Go ahead and write it now. And I will come back to those. Actually, let me just see what people are putting in the chat here. Okay, Linda, I have started Satori Qigong, and it has helped so much with chronic fatigue. Amazing. So here are some of the requests from the universe at this time. Let go of control. A 7-week revitalization of body temple. Speak my truth. Don't worry about fitting in. The universe is inviting me to return to the magic. Beautiful. Beautiful. I encourage you all to keep writing them. There's power in being witnessed in these. So go ahead and write them in now. Now, the third key to thriving in the realm of revelations and miracles is to truly open your awareness, your consciousness, and your perception to receive revelations and miracles that will help you in taking this action or committing to this decision. So again, things are manifesting much more quickly than ever before. If that manifestation is not happening for you yet, don't worry. It's happening. It comes in for all of us at different times and different, states of where we are in our journey. You're not doing anything wrong. But what I do invite you to is to really open all of your cells to perceive reality in a completely new and different way. Because really and truly, what we previously thought was impossible is becoming possible. Changes to our lives that we never, ever thought we could handle, things we knew we needed to let go of, but we never thought we could let go of. It's just happening. In some ways, it's being forced upon us, but it is all for a purpose. And this is because these dual forces, again, the paradox is here, the forces of creation and destruction are both knocking at our doors, inviting us to engage heart and soul in collapsing the old world and birthing the new radical future that comes next. So really trust and surrender into it. Invite in, ask your guides, ask in your meditations, ask when you're sitting in nature, ask when you're about to go to sleep at night for the instructions to come in, for the revelations and miracles to come in that will guide you to be able to take this action or fully commit to this decision. And remember, revelations, miracles, and synchronicities are how the universe actually works, right? We are capable of far more than we've been told, and we are truly so much more powerful than we know or than we realize. Now, I want to share with you a really special opportunity, actually a couple of opportunities, if you are on this call and you are feeling the call from the universe, and maybe this was part of what the invitation is from the universe for you at this time, to bring your power, your voice, your mission, and your purpose forward. Because I know that so many of you out there listening are here and are alive at this time in order to make a courageous contribution to build this new world, to support our collective future, and to help us break free and break through and really make the changes that are needed. So if you have a message, a project, a venture, a business, your voice that the world needs to know about, I have two very special opportunities to share with you at this momentous time, which are meant to guide you in making your powerful, positive impact for the future of our world, and helping you to do it in a way that is tapped into the revelations and the miracles, okay? To do it in a way that is in deep alignment with the divine intelligence of the cosmos and the unconditional love of the earth and all of this power that we hold within us. Truly, now is the time to do what you have not dared to do before. So I'm going to share with you these two opportunities. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been teaching both of these classes for quite many years, many years now. And these are truly these most transformational ways that I know to get your voice, your message, your mission, your purpose, your project, your business out there, to really find the community and the people out in the world who are just waiting for you, who are just waiting for the exact gifts that you are here to bring. So I'm going to share both of these opportunities with you now. Let me just grab these links and put them in the chat in case you want to check them out on your own timing. You can click on either one of these links in the chat and explore the possibilities. And also, I'm going to just walk you through these so you can see the incredible opportunities that are coming up with each of them. I'm going to share a different screen now. Hi. Isn't it just magical here? Just like, look at this light streaming through. Just magical stones behind me and everything. Okay, so here's the first opportunity, and this is my personal favorite. This is such a powerful transformational 6-month process of creating your own summit or conference. Truly, the world needs you now more than ever. And these conferences are such an exciting, passion-filled way of building your confidence, helping you to connect with your true global community all around the world, getting you to a point where you can bring in real, sustainable, and consistent income month after month, year after year, following the creation of your summit. It is just incredible. I have a group of 5 amazing women who are in the current group mentorship, and they are all just creating the most magical summits. They are so divinely inspired, and you will be too when you step into this space. So excuse the scrolling here. You can come and read more, but what I wanted to jump right to is these results that are very consistent and reliable. These are not pie in the sky results. These are very consistent and reliable results that every single one of my clients receives upon completing their summit. Okay. And I will be right there to hold your hand through this process to make sure that it is done in divine alignment with the cosmos above and the earth below and your heart within. I will be right there with you around any fears that come up. Okay. Around the challenges, around whatever comes up, and I will be there also to guide you into higher and higher levels of confidence about what you are capable of. It is such a magical process. So again, consistent and reliable results that you can count on after completing your first summit. You will have 3,000 to 5,000 highly engaged ideal clients now in your community. Okay, and these people are your tribe. Okay, they really resonate with what you share. They love your blog post or your arts or your healing potions or your Reiki sessions, whatever it is you're offering. They are deeply resonant with it, okay? And they want to be a part of it because they joined your summit that you created from your heart and soul in the first place. So truly, these are the people that resonate the most with you. And so this is how the income begins to become easy after you have your summit, because you've got a really good high number of people who are truly your ideal clients and truly engaged and ready to work with you and receive what you have to offer. This is great magic that we create with these summits. And then also just feel into this, knowing deep in your heart that you're changing lives, right? Because when you create your summit, you bring together these speakers from all around the world. You are helping people all around the planet to heal, to connect with the earth, to connect with their hearts and the truth within them, to receive the wisdom that the speakers are sharing. This is a part, these summits are a huge part of the awakening process that's happening on the planet, helping people to awaken to the truths within us and change their lives and shift into higher and higher frequencies. It's really incredible. Also, you will bring in 4,000 to 8,000, or many of my clients bring in much more than that of income immediately upon holding your first summit. And I will also be guiding you in, what do you want to offer after your summit? Do you want to do an online course? Do you want to sell your book? Do you want to have coaching sessions? Do you want to offer Reiki healing sessions? Whatever it is you want to do you want to sell your Oracle card deck? You know, what is it that you want to do after your summit? Because then you will have truly unlimited profit potential in the years to come. So you can come here again and read more, but I just want you to know that these are the standard outcomes. These are standard. This is what everybody is receiving who follows this program, okay, and creates their summit. So you can do this too. And I invite you to really come here and read these powerful testimonials. These are from my real clients, my dear, dear friends now, you know, who have been my clients and created their summits, many of which I work with now, like Ellie Pascal. I get interviewed for her summits. She gets interviewed for my summits, right? It's a magical process. And so come and read these testimonials. And I'm going to skip ahead to just showing you briefly here the curriculum. Okay. And there are 12 modules to this course. So if you join the group mentorship, which by the way is really fun, because then you're in there with usually 3, 4, 5, 6 other people who are on a similar journey to you, who are ready to get their work out to the world in a whole new way. I'm going to pause and see if you can see the hummingbird up here. Can you see it? Oh, it flew away. When I moved, it flew away. There's a hummingbird. It was coming in, squeaking and drinking from the hummingbird feeder just now. So when you join the Soulful Summit group mentorship, you are with a group of several other amazing visionaries who are ready to finally bring their work out to the world in a powerful way. And so we will meet 2 times a month for 6 months. And every time we meet, I will give you another step on the journey. And these 12 steps are everything that you need to know to create your amazing summit, to have it stand out from the crowd, to have it be different from all the other summits out there, because we're going to make sure it is designed from your own heart and soul. And I see Emer raising her hand. Hi, Emer. I'll bring you over in just a minute. We'll go through branding for your event, how to invite the speakers. This is such an exciting part where you get to reach out to people you have always admired and always loved, and you get to invite them. And if they say yes, which they very often do, because this all benefits the speakers as well, they get their message out to a wide audience because you are building the summit, then you get to talk to these amazing people and have your own conversations with them. Okay, how to prepare for interviews, how to create your event website, all the technology you'll need to support you. If you're a little bit afraid of technology, don't worry. I was too before I started my business, and I have found all the most user-friendly and budget-friendly technology options, as any of my clients will tell you. Really, it's very inexpensive and it's very easy to learn all the technology that I'll show you, and I'll be right there to hold your hand with it. And here are the remaining steps, which is getting, you know, a little bit more into the pieces that once you're in the program, this will all make sense. Okay. But really establishing your thought leadership. We want you to come out as the shining star, as the creator of this event. You will be that shining star of your own summit. And it is so fun. And it is such a confidence boosting experience. Okay, so I'm here for you through the whole process. Let me bring Emer over if you want to. Emer, if you do want to speak, go ahead and raise your hand again. I would love to have you on. And if you didn't mean to raise your hand, it is all good and don't worry about it. So I do want to share with you all the investment here. And it is, I know that it's a significant investment, but this is because you receive so much and I give you so much in this program. I give my heart and soul to this Soulful Summit program. This is such a core aspect of my purpose and mission and I see this as we are building and expanding the spider webs of highest consciousness wisdom. Okay. And we are expanding this web all across the world, and we're reaching more and more people and accelerating the awakening process together, right? We are helping these speakers get their mission and message out to as many people as possible, as well as your own unique mission and message. So I put my heart and soul into this. You will have an incredible experience. You will be transformed. Okay. And all I can say is it's worth so much more than the price that you see here. And the return on investment is very high as well. You've got to keep that in mind, that you will definitely earn back your initial investment just upon your summit happening with the lifetime access sales. And then whatever you offer after that, and however your business grows after that, it's going to be exponential. And all of that goes far above and beyond the initial investment here. Okay. So for the Soulful Summit mentorship group, okay, we have a new group that's going to be starting on November 29th. And so if you would want to join, this is a cost of 6 payments of $1,000 each. And you can click here if you would like to make your first payment of $1,000 and save your spot. Okay, that is the deposit that allows you to save your spot in the group. I only open up 5 or 6 spots in each group each time because I keep the groups very, very small. And I just want to be sure that I can give my hands-on attention and individual coaching within the group format to every single person. So I do expect the group to fill very quickly for our new November group. Okay. If you would like to do pay in full, just reach out to me. It is $5,000 if you pay in full. So you do save some money that way. Another option, if you really want my dedicated one-on-one support, I am happy to open up spaces for 1 or 2 one-on-one clients in the upcoming months. We could begin as early as mid-October, and this would be 6 payments of $1,500 each. Okay, so if you wanted to do this, you would just click here to make your first payment of $1,500. Let me put this link in the chat again, and when this is posted on YouTube later, just go down to the description field and you'll see these links in the description. Let's see. Okay, wonderful. And if you want to do the one-on-one mentorship by pay in full, then that would be $8,000 if you pay in full. So again, you save money that way. So this is the investment. This registration will be open until Friday, September 23rd at the end of the day, Eastern time. Okay, so you have a little over a week to think about it and decide. If you would like to request a 30-minute consultation with me, where we can meet on Zoom or by phone and we can talk it over and we can chat about, is this the right choice for you? Go ahead on here, fill out the form, and I will get the form from you, and then I will contact you and we can set up a time to meet. Now that's the first option. So if you're feeling called to a summit, I mean, the summit is truly the very best way to get your mission out there, to get your message out, your voice, your purpose, to really just very dynamically make your positive impact in the world, starting just 6 months or so from now, right? 6 months from the time the program begins, you can be making this really wide reaching impact in the world by having your global audience of 3,000 to 5,000 people from many, many, many different countries who are truly your ideal clients. And just remember, everything changes once you have your summit. Income becomes easier. Your confidence is sky high. Things can naturally flow to you. In this new world of quick manifestation that we're living in, and revelations and miracles, the results that people are seeing from their summits lately is just astronomical. It's just beyond anything I ever imagined when I started teaching this. Okay, so you can come and enter into that realm of possibilities if you would like. It's just incredible. This is my favorite thing to teach. So I invite you to come in, check it out, reserve your spot if you feel called, or schedule a call with me. Again, click the button here to request a consultation if you'd like to just chat more and see if it's right for you. Now, option 2 is another incredibly powerful option. It is called Fire Up Your Visibility. Now, this is a course to help you start your YouTube channel. So if you feel like you're not quite ready for a summit, but you really do want to get your work out there, starting your YouTube channel is the second best way. A summit is by far the very best, top #1 way. Summit is just so powerful. Okay, but if that feels like a little too much right now, I totally understand. Starting your YouTube channel is another really powerful way to get visible with your work, your mission, your message, to begin growing that audience of ideal clients. It's more gradual audience growth than a summit, but it is very powerful. Now, the reason that I use YouTube and that I recommend YouTube to entrepreneurs is that people turn to YouTube for everything that they're looking for. And Google and YouTube are the same business. So when people type something in the Google search bar, whatever they're looking for, okay, so all of your ideal clients out there. So if you're a Reiki healer, for example, people are typing in, how does Reiki healing work? How do I get a Reiki session? How do I learn the basics of Reiki, right? People are typing these things into the Google search bar. Well, you could have your YouTube videos popping up, leading them to your business, right? Whatever people are looking for out in the world, they type it in the Google search bar, and half of what comes up is YouTube videos. I'm sure you've had that experience. So when we put our mission and message and purpose out there on YouTube, it's going to very quickly reach the people that we want to be reaching. And when we reach the people we want to reach, then we are able to grow our business. As it says here, visibility is the #1 top most important factor that determines the success of online businesses. And again, I invite you to come here and read more. I'll put this link in the chat now too. Just read on and learn more about why YouTube is such a great way to reach people and to reach your ideal clients. So this is a 9-week personalized handheld course that teaches you all of these things here. So how to discern exactly what is your unique genius that will be most valuable online. And then to gain confidence and excitement about getting highly visible with your important message. And then we're going to move into how to make those YouTube videos. What should you make them about? How do we tap them into Google's algorithms, right? How do you create professional, high quality, and exciting to watch videos, even if you've never done it before? And what to say in your videos that will get people visiting your website or visiting wherever you want them to visit online, wherever you are represented online, where they can find out about what you're offering, right? And even get them to purchase your products or services because you're reaching the right people who will be super excited about your offerings. And we'll also talk about how to find a video editor that will make your videos look amazing and professional at a low cost. So again, you might have doubts. Come read more here. Really and truly, you can do this. And I love this quote from Mike Dooley. It doesn't matter what road you start on. It won't be the road you arrive on. So just start. So this is one amazing way to get started. So come here and check out the curriculum. I'm going to move through it pretty quickly here, but I do want to say these are pre-recorded sessions. The first one will become available on Monday, September 26th. And you can watch, the one will be available every week for 9 weeks. And then we're also going to have 4 live Q&A sessions where I will get on with you and we will talk about what have you learned? Is there any place that you're stuck? What is your unique business situation that I can coach you on? We have so much fun in the Q&A sessions, and I can specifically coach you on exactly what you need most at that time. So we're going to talk about how to decide and determine who is your true ideal client, who do you want to reach, and what do you have to uniquely offer. We'll talk about how to establish multiple revenue streams from YouTube, because really this is the whole point of the process, right? And then everything you need to know to get your videos seen and noticed on YouTube. How to create and record your first video. How to make sure it's ready to share with the world. How to publish your first video. And then we'll talk about some other topics that come up as you're moving through the process, like resistance and limiting beliefs around visibility, creativity and uniquely expressing yourself. And then where do you go next? Now that you've posted a few videos, what more is possible? And how do you move forward? How do you launch programs and products from your YouTube videos, and so on? So we have live Q&A sessions. Those are the dates. There's one that's TBD, but it will be sometime in November. Here are the results you can expect. It is significant. Come here and check out the results. I want to show you what the investment is while we're still on the call here and before we go into the shamanic journeying practice. Okay, that's coming up next. So the investment for the full group program and private online course portal. This is an off Facebook course portal where we have community conversations. I can answer your questions on the portal. Plus the 4 live Q&A calls is $444. Now, this is an incredible price for all that's included. This is really easily worth $1,000, but I am very, very happy to share it with you for $444. And registration is open until Friday, September 23rd, same as the Soulful Summit program. The registration for both of these is closing at the end of the day on Friday, September 23rd. So click here if you would like to join. And the first 5 people who join by the end of the day, Saturday, September 17th, will receive a bonus 30-minute one-on-one call with me. All right. And this is a powerful call. We can get into your astrology chart if you want, because that has some very, very potent clues to your unique sacred genius. And either way, we're going to talk about your unique sacred genius, and it will be a breakthrough session for you to really come to a profound and much deeper understanding than you've had before about what you are uniquely poised to offer. So come on over and join if you feel called to fire up your visibility. I'll put this link in the chat one more time. Actually, I'll put them both in the chat. And just come and whichever one you're most interested in, check it out, see what resonates for you, see what feels right. I would absolutely love to have you join me here in these programs, in the one that is right for you. And again, now is the time to do what we have not dared to do before. So if you've been thinking about it, if you've been thinking about creating a summit or a conference or an online retreat, if you've been thinking about starting your YouTube channel, you are going to be so incredibly supported and assisted by the universe at this time. The support, the light, the help, the revelations, the miracles coming in, just like nothing that any of us have ever seen before. So, really follow your heart and know that financially, if you don't have what is needed available right now, call it in, ask your guides to provide what is needed financially. Really miraculous things are happening financially for people right now. So trust, surrender, and come on and join us if your heart knows that this is right for you. So now I want to invite you into a beautiful shamanic journeying practice. Let me just bring up a beautiful image. Let's see. We'll look at this one. And so we've talked about this businessy stuff. Let's drop back into the liminal realms here with the shamanic journey. And I invite you to get comfortable in your space, to really settle in. And if that means laying down, that is all good. If you want to be sitting up with your spine straight, or even if you want to be moving around, let it be a movement journey. I'm putting in the chat 3 options for music or drum beat that you can listen to for the journey. So click on whichever one of those resonates the most for you, or if you prefer silence, that is fine too. And this is going to be a shamanic journey to connect you in with the knowledge that is deep in your heart, deep in your DNA, and really go out into the cosmos and receive the sacred instructions that will guide you in what you are uniquely meant to build as part of the new radical future that we are building together. So go ahead and close your eyes. Start allowing your consciousness to be carried by the music or the drum beat. Allow yourself to deepen into the dream time, the liminal realms. As that music or drum beat comes into your consciousness. And take a deep breath in, breathing in fully into your heart. Really filling up your heart. Know that you are filling up with oxygen and sunlight and magic and all the beautiful elements that surround us. And then breathe out, releasing, relaxing. And I invite you to imagine yourself in a beautiful place in nature, a place that feels very safe for you, very familiar. A place that maybe you've been many, many times before, and you can completely relax here in this place. And I invite you to imagine yourself standing there with your bare feet on the earth and the palms of your hands lifted up to the cosmos. And really connect in with the earth and cosmos. So send some roots down deep into Mother Earth, reaching your roots all the way down deep into her core and wrapping around the core of Mother Earth. And allow her to send up through your roots the most beautiful, light-filled energy of unconditional love. And know that you are her precious child. She loves you. She cares for you. She has gifted you your beautiful body and the life force that flows through every cell. And so also send your love down to Mother Earth, your love and gratitude, as she is sending this unconditional love up to you. And next, with your hands raised up to the cosmos, from the palms of your hands, allow tendrils of light to emerge from your hands like the thinnest spider webs, reaching up to the cosmos, connecting with the sun and the moon, connecting with the planets and the stars, connecting you in with the vast intelligence and the sacred architecture that is existing in every single place, all throughout the universe. And feel the light of all those stars, the sun, the moon. Feel their light streaming back into you and filling every cell. And now with this unconditional love from Mother Earth and the light from the vast cosmos streaming into you, allow these gifts to fill up every cell, to replenish, nourish, revitalize you on all levels. And send your gratitude and love out to Mother Earth and the vast cosmos. And then when you feel ready, coming back to yourself and call to your side a guide. And just notice who shows up for you in this beautiful place in nature. Who is the guide that appears? It might be an angel, might be an animal or an ancestor, could even be a plant or a stone or a star. Really trust whoever shows up. And thank your guide for coming. Give them a hug or a kiss if you would like. And then allow your guide to open up a portal, a star portal in front of you. On the other side of this star portal, you see glimmering nebulas and galaxies. And your guide invites you, together with them, and with them as your guide and protector, to jump through and into this portal. So go ahead as you feel ready, jump into the portal. Allow your guide to accompany you out into the vast reaches of the cosmos. And as you are flying along through the cosmos, notice if there is a particular part of the sky or a particular star or a particular nebula that you are drawn to. And wherever that is, just go toward it. And wherever that part of the cosmos is, know that you will be received there by beings carrying the highest intelligence of the cosmos. So allow yourself to go there with your guide. Allow yourself to be led to where these beings are that wish to communicate to you the sacred instructions from the universe that are uniquely meant for you. And so go ahead and meet with these cosmic beings. Take them in, notice, what do they look like? Do they look like humans? Do they look very different? Maybe you're even having a conversation with a star. Be really open to all possibilities. And enter into conversation with them. Ask them, what are the sacred instructions, especially for me, from the divine intelligence of the universe? And just listen in to hear their reply. And then as you're listening, you feel your heart light up with the deep, deep truth of what is being shared with you here. And you may even feel deep within every cell your DNA lighting up as your purpose is being activated in an entirely new way through this information. And continue listening to these cosmic beings as they tell you more about what you are meant to build as part of the new radical future on planet Earth. Really take it in, really allow yourself to fully receive this information, no matter how wild or future oriented it may be. Really take it in and fully, fully receive it. And if you have any questions, either for these cosmic beings or perhaps a question you want to ask your guide, go ahead and ask that question now. And then thank these beings and thank your guide for assisting you, for helping you in discovering this information. And know that you can come back here and ask more questions or access more information like this whenever you wish. So now, together with your guide, once again, fly back, all the way back the same way that you came out, and come to that portal again and step through that portal back into the beautiful place in nature. And say thank you to your guide. Give them a hug or a kiss again. Thank them for coming. And know that this guide is especially here to help you in your role in building the new radical future. So don't hesitate to turn to this guide, to journey with them, to ask them to come into your dreams. This guide is really here for you. So once again, thank the earth and cosmos, great heavens above and Mother Earth below for their support. And then allow yourself to begin to come back to your breathing, taking another deep breath into your heart space, breathing in deeply, filling up your heart, and then breathing out, releasing, relaxing. And just stay calm and quiet and peaceful in this space for a moment. If there's anything you want to write down, go ahead and write it down now. And when you feel ready, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes and open your eyes and come back fully present with us here. Welcome back, everybody. Now, if you have any shares about your journey, I welcome you to put it in the chat. And also, if you have any questions for me about what I shared earlier or about the programs, any part of it, go ahead and put those in the chat too. I would love to hear your questions, your reflections, your journey experiences. And also, if you just want to stay in the journeying space or stay in a quiet space, I completely understand, and that is all good as well. I truly thank all of you for being here on this call or watching the recording. It is just so wonderful to be able to gather with you again. I cannot express. I love doing these global calls and having people show up from all around the planet. And I'm feeling really, really blessed and joyful right now to be here with you all again. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Nancy. Nancy says we are all one and everything has spirit. Yes, aho. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Karen, Lauren, for your earlier comments. Okay, well, if we don't have any questions coming in, and I sense that you're all off in the cosmos still, so we can go ahead and close the call. When this video will be available, I'll get it posted as soon as I can, Judy. I think we should be able to get the recording out maybe within 2 or 3 hours from now, something like that. So maybe by 7:30 Eastern. Definitely by tomorrow morning Eastern time for sure. Depends on the technology, you know. So thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Banaz. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Ibtisam. Thank you for your magic and light as well, Ibtisam. Thank you, Wild Lovely One. Thank you, Helene. Helene saw little creatures with small heads and their message was more love. Amazing. Amazing. I love it. Deborah. Oh, thank you, Deborah. So much love to you, Deborah. Many, many blessings. I wish you all the best in your healing journey too. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Diana. Yes, move to Asheville. I know, right? I just got to do it. Now is the time. Now is the time. Lauren says, I loved being surrounded by so much nature, waterfalls, and flying on my dragons. That is wonderful, Lauren. Let those dragons lead you. They know, they know. Julian. Yes, let us all do this. Let us all make some ripples of light that will turn into waves of light. Yes. Jen, thank you, Jen. That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. Well, I am sending so much love to all of you. Jocelyn and Rick and Anna, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I love how the birds chimed in during the journey. I wonder, I'm curious if that added an element to any of your journey experiences. Yeah. All right. Well, so much love to all of you. Many, many blessings. So much love. I'll see you again soon, everybody. Yay. Oh, yay, Ibtisam. Yay. Exciting. Ibtisam is joining. Fire up your visibility. YouTube is long awaiting. Yes. Oh my gosh. You have so much to share. Yes. 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 Oh, I can't wait to see you in there. Amazing. We'll have so much fun. Gabrielle, love is love is love. Tracy says the Celtic music is amazing. It is a good Celtic music track. Thank you. The wee bird was a guide, says Carrie. Yay. Oh, I'm so glad. All right. Love you all. Bye for now. I will see you all soon. Thank you, Julian. Thank you. So much love. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So much love to all of you. Many, many blessings. My heartfelt good wishes to everybody out there. Sending you all so much love. See you again soon. Bye for now.